it's the student instruments or the professional instruments or the intermediate ones, I think that each of these brands has a certain direction that they're going in with how the instrument sounds and how it feels to the player. Yamaha, by and large, produce instruments which you could call it a middle-of-the-road sort of sound. It's generally a very beautiful and warm and focused sound. Yamaha instruments tend to be they feel easy to play, they feel comfortable to play. With buffet instruments, I think the sound signature that they tend to be looking for is a little bit more compact than other brands of clarinet, certainly with a clear focus to the sound, and also a little bit of brightness, I won't say edge, but brightness to the sound, which perhaps from a distance in a large space can give those instruments a little bit more presence out in the hall. By and large with buffet instruments, I think you work slightly harder, but perhaps you can get a better result than some other brands of clarinets. With the Jupiter instruments I've tried today, the plastic student model and also the wooden intermediate model, it seems that Jupiter is going generally for a sound that is quite wide and open. The instruments speak very cleanly and immediately. They're instruments that have quite a bit of kapow about them. I think you can hear that on the little audio excerpts that I've recorded. You feel as if you get a lot of sound very easily out of them, and it's a direct and immediate sound. All of these three beginners instruments feel very similar under your hands, I would say. The key layer is very traditional on all three of them. Small adjustments can be made by your repairer in terms of key heights and things if you or your teacher likes, but I can change from one to another very easily and my fingers find the right buttons. Getting a woodwind instrument set up well after you've purchased it is really important. There are things that need small adjustments, the opening of keys, spring tensions, sometimes some intonation issues that can be cleaned up with the right sort of help. Occasionally, coming from the factory, you have pads that aren't quite seated, maybe after the long journey, quite seated right on the tone hole anymore. And if you have somebody who's able to go over the instrument thoroughly and perhaps with some input from you or your teacher make some adjustments to how the instrument is set up, the difference between any of these instruments coming straight out of the box and what you are able to achieve with them can sometimes be quite a large difference.